Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to our live streams where we are previewing this coming year's APA International Personalization Expo. Again, my name is Angel. I'm on the staff at APA, and thank you so much to anyone and everyone that's going to be tuning in, whether it's live right now or watching the recording. As you're tuning into our conversation today, definitely drop a comment in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're a member, definitely let us know a little bit about yourself. But yeah, would you just love to see some engagement in the chat as we're getting started. But like I just mentioned, we're hosting these live streams to give a little preview of the courses that we have coming up at the 2026 International Personalization Expo, which is happening February 24th to 27th, 2026 at the Horseshoe Las Vegas again this year. Registration is open right now, so you can see the link right there at personalizationpros.org/trade show. For members, it is free registration. And when I say free, that includes access to the show floor as for all the days that is open, as well as access to all the awesome general education that we have offered at this year's show. If you're a non-member or being a member is not on the cards right now, definitely would encourage you to consider that. But if not, our early bird rate will be expiring on December 5th. So if that's more your game, definitely would encourage you to get registered sooner rather than later. But today we're going to be talking specifically about our equipment focused courses. I'm really excited to be joined today by two pros, leaders that I've gotten a chance to connect with over these past few years while I've been on staff at APA. Susan Cox of LogoJET and Cheryl Kuchek. Would invite them to both to share a little bit about themselves. Starting with you, Susan, can you share a little bit about yourself, your experience in the industry, and how you got involved with APA?
Sure. Hi, everyone. So yes, I'm Susan Cox. I am the CEO and founder of LogoJET. We make UV printers, and we're based here in Lafayette, Louisiana, serving customers worldwide. It's great to be here. I'm excited to give you guys a sneak peek of what's coming up at the APA Expo in February. I've been an APA member for over 10 years, and this association has really played a major role in my journey into the awards and personalization space, and where I've developed a big love. We've exhibited at the Expo for many years. It's become one of my favorite events because it brings people together who genuinely care about craftsmanship, creativity, and growth, and sharing ideas together. And so my involvement into more in the association started on the communications committee, where I volunteered contributing to the Insights magazine content. That experience really helped me to understand how valuable sharing knowledge is in this industry. And from there, I joined the trade show committee, where I really developed a love for the expo itself, working on our 5-year plan, finding ways to improve the overall show experience was something that I took a lot of pride in. And I eventually chaired that committee for 3 years. And before that, I served on the board of advisors. And so, what's really kept me involved in these years is simple. I just love the industry. I love the people in it. I love the collaboration, the constant innovation that comes from small businesses and creators just pushing the boundaries every day. And APA is a unique community that supports each other. We grow together, and we take pride in elevating the personalization industry. So I'm grateful to be part of it and excited to share what's ahead of this year's Expo.
Thank you for that. And we're so grateful for you, Susan, for all the work and support that you've given this association. So special shout out to you. Cheryl, could you share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, I don't even know what to say after that. So I've been in the industry. I started really in sublimation about 15 years ago. I was the first to have a sublimation Facebook group. And my passion really is education. I love educating. I love innovation. I love working with people, especially people who are new, who are intimidated with new processes. And so I really kind of found my niche in that. And I would say that when it came to APA, I probably joined probably about 10 years ago for the first time. And then, was back and forth because, of course, you guys are in Vegas, which is not a hop, skip, and a jump away from where I live. But I have loved it. I have loved the education. And the thing that I loved the most about it was the content and the people that you would bring in to educate, because different than some of the other, I would say, what do I want to say, the different like MBM and the different shows. You guys really focused on education and bringing in innovation, and I loved it. And as Susan was saying, it's definitely a community that supports one another, and I think that that's really important when somebody who's wanting to be a part of something, wanting to join a membership. They want to know that there's a connection there that they can. And, if you want help from, say, Susan or myself, you can literally message us, or you can jump on the membership board and find help there. So it's really amazing. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, Cheryl. And that's something I've really enjoyed seeing in myself. I'm not, I don't have a business, but in the industry, but just having the opportunity to connect with small retailers to large suppliers, just, anyone and everyone, to make our community scene, the explosion of that side of things, to also these legacy trends that we see are kind of like withstanding year over year. I think it's been really, really cool to just see what people create and how people kind of like, build their businesses from online to, I don't know, wherever they go. But thank you so much, Joe and Susan, for being here. On to this next part of our time together. We know that equipment is where innovation meets opportunity in this industry. And so with this question, I wanted to ask both of you, starting with you, Susan, what excites you the most about the equipment trends you're seeing in this industry, and how much of that can we expect to see at this year's Expo?
Sure. So, this is a really great one because equipment is really where so much of that opportunity starts in our industry. And what excites me right now is just how quickly the technology is advancing, how accessible it has become for shops of really any size. And UV printing is a great example of that. It's been on the market for many years. I mean, here at LogoJET, we've been manufacturing printers for over 20 years. And, to see what's changed, how far the technology has come, we're going to see more embellishments than ever. Textures, raised effects, spot varnishes, and foils, not just standard logo and color prints. Consumers really want more depth, dimension, and premium look and feel. And the equipment is finally letting shops deliver that consistently. And so at the Expo, you're going to see a lot of this firsthand. Like in my own sessions, we're going to walk through how UV printing has evolved and how you can use these new capabilities with your laser to create more value products, right? And across the full schedule, you're going to see more improvements in lasers, workflow tools, color management, and then, of course, the hands-on training that helps you stretch what your equipment can do. And the big theme this year is really, if I were to think about like one word that describes it, it's capability, right? Like whether you're starting out, you're scaling up, the equipment on the show floor, the courses you're going to see throughout the week, they're really designed to show you what's possible and how to turn that capability into real revenue when you get back home.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl, anything to add on that with equipment trends you're seeing on your end?
Yeah. So honestly, what excites me the most is what Susan was saying, how accessible, high level production has become. And it truly has. It's been a game changer for a lot of small businesses and home creators. That's kind of in my world is the maker space. And it is so amazing to see the growth that's happened with UV, DTF, sublimation. And I think what excites me so much, and Susan touched on it with the texture. Oh my God, the layering, it is crazy what you can do. anyway, I get super excited and passionate about it. But to help people not just take a product that might be one dimensional, for instance, like sublimation, but now they can add UV to it. They can add, they can, if they have a laser, they can cut out their own shapes. I mean, it is so, and every part of that is going to be at the APA show. It's so awesome. Yeah, I love
Awesome.
it.
Yeah, that's an awesome transition into this next part where I wanted to give since we are talking about the equipment courses, just a quick rundown of those sessions in engraving, printing, sublimation, sand carving. So I'll just go down each list and can kind of look to you both to kind of share what can one expect out of this session, or why would one want to attend or be excited to join this session. But starting with at the top of our list, harnessing UV galvo lasers for the awards and personalization industry with Tom Tamburini from Full Spectrum Laser. What can we expect of this one?
Yes, so Tom Tamburini, he's been in the industry for many, many years. I mean, just to learn from him is going to be quite a treat. I definitely recommend his session. It's a great introduction to UV galvo lasers. He's really going to break down how these systems compare to CO2 and sand carving, and why are they so fast and precise. And if you're curious about glass, plastic, coated metals, or even subsurface engraving, this one will give you a clear understanding of how the technology works and what the ROI looks like. So definitely a good class on that one.
Awesome. We also have Custom Award Fabrication A to Z with Braden and Allison Todd from GS2 Awards in Colorado.
Yeah. I haven't known Braden very long. I probably met him a couple of years ago, but I absolutely love his passion for our industry. He teaches a lot on the Trotec, but I love how precise he is, how dedicated he is. He does real world tips and tricks and techniques that he will share that will really blow people away. And honestly, they're simple things that you don't necessarily think about. And then you're like, oh my God, I would have never thought about that. But it changes the game for you. This is a must class, in my opinion.
Awesome. Next up on our list, we have color matching for sublimation with Stacy Benning from JDS Industry.
Yep. And Stacy Benning is awesome. I've known Stacy a long, long time. She's fabulous. I mean, one of the biggest issues, because I have a Sublimation for Beginners and Beyond Facebook group that I've had for 15 years, and color matching has to be one of the hardest things for sublimators, because they want a Christmas red, and they're getting orange, and they're getting every other color above what they're looking for. So this is I think one of those essential classes that is a must have. And again, all of this is included in their membership, which they can take all of these classes, which is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping that there's no overlap in some of these, but they could just send all of them. Ultra thin veneer stone, a new frontier in high value personalization with Mike Nickel from Stonelight Designs. What do we know about this one?
Well, this one's interesting, actually. I met Mike earlier this year, and he's also from Canada. And, he makes a kind of like a laminate material that's made out of stone. They break it down, and, you can use it for making high-end awards, nameplates, wallpaper even. I mean, literally stone on a laminate. It's quite incredible. And so he's going to feature a little bit of introduction of the new material to the industry. And I think that, it excites me to see new materials. We've seen a lot of different extruded plastic on the market and leather, and to now have stone in this type of light, it's really interesting. You can laser cut it, you can UV print it. And so Mike's going to show how you can work with it, how you can integrate it within the manufacturing process of the awards, what products you can create, and why it's a really strong, high margin opportunity. So it's a great way to stand out. It's something different. So if you're looking for a different material to play with, this one's going to be an interesting class to join.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Susan. Next up, we have Sand Carving Essentials, Techniques and Creative Possibilities with Liz Haas from Erasys Photomask.
Yeah.
I know Liz is always a favorite at the APA Expo.
She's one of my favorites too, actually. Last year, Liz actually won an APA Gold Obelisk Award as Speaker of the Year. She's got decades of experience where she will, lead workshops in sand carving, photoresist films and sand carving processes in general. Recently, actually, she joined the APA Board of Directors. And so, Liz has strong leadership qualities. And I just think that, as being a great speaker, you definitely need to come to her class. She does a lot of hands-on as well, but she's going to break down sand carving in a really accessible way, from films, pressure, settings, and grit to color fills and finishing. And so, whether you're new or you're already doing it, it's going to be practical for all users, and kind of get more like practical tips that will help you get a deeper detail and then a higher end finished look.
Definitely. Staying with you, Susan, I know you're familiar with this power couple, but Laser Focused Profits, the power of on-site engraving with Sumita and Anuj Patel from Homebound Custom Decor.
Yes, I'm excited about this. I work very closely with Sumita and Anuj. They were, they had their own business. They started sharing online how they do it, their playbook. And it's really, they've developed a huge list of followers that, tune in and how are you doing this? And they give them the playbook. Sumita has become, I guess, an influencer, within the maker space. But she spends her life just, teaching people. In fact, she quit her full-time job of being a lawyer, just to do this. I mean, that's just how much she loves it. On-site events are not easy to do. And she's basically developed the playbook of how to create a mobile event, engraving at events. Okay, so she'll kind of walk through like what kind of equipment you need, how to price it, how to book corporate events, like how do you go and get that business, right? And how to create like a smooth on-site experience. It's a really great revenue opportunity for makers and small business owners who are looking to kind of diversify and do something different that involves customization on site. And so Sumita is a great speaker. She's a great teacher, big wealth of knowledge, and just happy to share. In fact, she even does mentoring sessions, one-on-ones, and has been a really good influence in the industry.
Yeah, definitely agree with that part. And then finally, we have Start Smart, What to Know Before Adding UV Printing to Your Laser Business with Stephanie Murphy from the Country Port Swing.
She's another one that I just met this past year. So full of energy, so fun, very knowledgeable. She has a great following, and she definitely knows her equipment. And I love how she does hands-on training. Like she really loves to get down deep and dirty, if you will, on her trainings. And she is truly a wealth of knowledge. And it's amazing because I don't think she's really been doing it for so long, but she has truly learned. But again, part of her partnership is with Braden. And, he has definitely probably taught her everything she knows when it comes to the laser, and I believe that she does UV with Mamaki. Is that right?
I believe.
Yeah, yeah. But she's great. She's awesome. Another class that you would want to see. And of course, I'm going to recommend Susan's class as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fantastic transition to the next part, because that wasn't all of the equipment courses. Of course, we have two speakers right here who will be having their own respective sessions. So, Susan, starting with you, your session, maximizing the power of UV printing and laser engraving, advanced techniques for personalization pros. Could you share a little bit about the session, and then what's one reason attendees would want to attend this course?
Sure. So, I'm always excited to do education at APA and share everything I've learned. And I'm still learning every day, actually. The technology continues to evolve. The applications just continue to grow. Last year, I did a similar class, and it was, for if you have a laser and if you have a UV printer and you want to get a little bit more use out of, the applications together, when they're combined, you can create more value. It was a little bit more basic. And so this year I'm going to be doing a more advanced session where we're going to take more high-end products, create different techniques that we can kind of sell more value on. And so it really is the class, if you do have both devices, just because I'm seeing there's more people on the market that have these two things together. If you don't have both, it's okay too. It just could be a little bit, wow, how do I do that? But really, we're seeing more embellishments, than ever. We keep on talking about textures, and texture has been on the market for so long, but nobody has really tried to figure out how to make money with it until now. And so I'm excited to share some of those applications where people are leveraging textures. It takes longer to print. It can cost more in ink, but when you apply it to the right product application, it really is nothing. I mean, it is more profit than just regular prints. There's UV DTF that's emerging on the market that's allowing people to do more than what they could even imagine on top of that. So I'll be showcasing a little bit of that as well. So really, it's just if you're looking to get more out of the devices, this is definitely the class to be at.
Thank you for that. And this might have been answered in, I think I heard something that resonated with this question, but what's something surprising one might discover about the equipment they already own through this session that you'll be leading, Susan?
The biggest surprise is just how there's that capability word again, but it's just really how much capability is sitting right in front of them, right? With small adjustments in artwork, prep, registration, workflow, you can get dramatically better results, richer textures, cleaner alignment between UV and laser, higher end finishing, without adding additional equipment. Most people don't realize how far they can push their equipment setup.
So efficiency, yeah, it's cool. Cheryl, moving on to your course, crack the UV code from blank to brilliance using the Epson V1070. What makes this session perfect for someone just starting out with UV printing?
Oh, I get so excited because this is truly, in my opinion, the best beginner's printer entering into the UV world, because Epson has truly dummied down this printer, and the ease of use is amazing. So for a long time, UV is, I would say, for a beginner is intimidating. I remember probably 10 years ago going to DCS in Connecticut, And I spent the entire day there. I put $10,000 down on this printer, and I was like, I want this so bad. And then so after watching this, him do all this stuff, I'm like, oh my God, as we're driving home, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. I mean, it was just, it was going to take me away from my passion, which was sublimation. I couldn't see how it was going to marry. And I can tell you today, first off, I think UV has definitely evolved, as in a lot of other of our industries that we see. But when Epson, I think Epson took all the guesswork out. They took the biggest issues, which was white, if white was going to be a problem, and they really dummied it down so that it wasn't so intimidating, but yet you could start making high gloss, high perceived values in minutes of your items. So you could take a sublimated item and now you can add texture to it. So we're going to show in this class how, especially for a beginner, this is even, you don't have to have any technical skills. That's what's so great about it. It's not, and the program itself, the software is so easy to use, that it's really the perfect partner, if you will, to any other process that you're doing, like laser or sublimation, or if you just want to do UV, because I just want you to know that I really am obsessed with it, and so I might get a little crazy there at the APA, but what can I say?
No, we love it. Cheryl, similar question to Susan. I'm surprised, but I'll phrase it this way. What's one big aha moment that attendees might expect from attending your session?
Yeah, so I think it's how the surface, the dimension, if you will, of adding texture, adding a level of depth to it visually impacts it, and it really makes a difference. They will see, I think they will see, not only visually with the samples and the demonstration of it, but just how quick and easy it is to um, raise that level of, oh my God, I mean, I'm telling you, so many times at the last year, there were so many people going, oh my God, that's amazing, oh my God, I never knew. And so I think that we're going to see a lot of those aha moments from people in using UV with any other process.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. This is my last question for both of you as we wrap up our time together. Susan, starting with you. Again, first, thank you so much both for giving an overview of our equipment courses. If anyone that's watching this wants to explore more of those descriptions, those speakers, definitely check that out on our website. But final question, Susan, starting with you. Any final advice for those considering attending your session, or just the expo overall, kind of our elevator pitch here to anyone that might be a first time attendee or returning? What might you say to them?
Yeah, I guess, if you're on the fence, it really is a can't miss. There's so many sessions, right? Everything that's covered, there's going to be something that you can apply the moment you get back to your shop. It's practical. There's a lot of fast moving things. We're really focused on real ROI, whether it's reducing waste, improving quality, elevating the value of the products that you already sell. If you want to get more creativity, more profit out of the equipment that you've already invested in, or if you're about to invest in, right? These classes are really going to give you clearly the next steps, And so this year, the equipment mix It's really strong. You know, what I like about this year is that every equipment category has something new. UV's seeing more finishes and texture work. Lasers are really pushing into like faster galvo systems, and sublimation getting more consistent color. That's such a really big pain point for the sublimation market. And, you know, sand carving being taught, you know, with better systemization for users. It's just such a great mix of innovation and practical how-to, right? And so my advice, you know, I don't know how many viewers we have here online today joining us, you know, but attend at least one session that's outside of your main comfort zone, right? Like every year, people pick up a technique or a material idea that completely opens up their product line. And you know, that's the value of these sessions. And they're going to show you what's possible with the equipment you already have. You really can't miss these.
Yeah, I definitely would agree on the must attend portion and just everything you said. Cheryl, any advice from you for anyone that's on the fence about these courses or the expo in general? What might you say?
Well, I would say as far as leaving any of our classes, I would say that they're going to walk away with a lot more confidence because they have the APA has experts teaching them. And you know, one of my biggest pain points that I have in my world is people that are teaching the classes on Facebook or on YouTube, and they don't know what they're doing, and they're giving really bad advice. When you go to these classes, you're being trained by the experts who truly do know, who've been in the industry. And I love that for them. And that's why, again, I'm going to say the membership is worth it, because you're not just paying for a membership, you're paying for the expertise of a lot of different trainers and educators. And for that, it's worth the price of gold. It really is. So I think that they're going to have a lot of, they're going to walk away with just how much knowledge collectively there is and go, wow, wow, wow. So really I mean, I would recommend for anyone to get the membership.
That's a good
They
one.
won't be sorry. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just making my job easy with all these transitions into the next part, Cheryl. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I said it at the top of our time, but as we wrap up, there is a non-member rate, but like Cheryl said, and as Susan has also supported, just membership with APA, I think is definitely a must-have. And for the return and what you get with the expo, but all the other year-round engagement opportunities on the member-to-member forum, the savings that are offered by our suppliers year-round to retailers, just so much to learn. But I know our focus here today was the courses, specifically equipment courses. So really hope that anyone attending or tuning in today got some good knowledge, and hopefully will join us in 2026. Registration, book your hotel, please, at the Horseshoe Las Vegas or the Paris. We have special rates for both of those locations. I believe our rate ends sometime in January, but it is on our website. And what is our other things? Advice?
Plane ticket.
And your plane tickets, yeah. Yeah, definitely get your plane tickets. Plane tickets, yeah, all the logistics are there. But I have nothing else. Susan, Cheryl, thank you both so much again for giving us an overview of the courses, especially your own. I'm really excited. Hope everyone else is tuning in. But yeah, register today, and we'll see you in Las Vegas. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This was fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.